Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Conversation with Within. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be here today and connect with you guys one more time. If you are new to my channel, please feel free to subscribe it. And don't forget to like this video or any other videos that you're watching in my channel. Today my guest, I don't like to say she's special. I don't know why every time I say this, but she's a beautiful earth angel, Jessica Rives. And I'm so grateful she took the time today to talk with your eyes and share with the eyes some beautiful messages and some parts of her personal life as well as a spiritual person and about her journey in this incarnation as well. How's it going today, my friends, Jessica?
Beautiful. I get to have a moment with my beautiful friend Nando. I'm so grateful that we get to have this space.
Great.
Excited to see what will come from it.
Great. Can you please tell about yourself a little bit more for us, please?
So I'm Jessica. I run Keys to Ease LLC. I feel like in truth at this point, I'm really here to be a guide to assist you to your inner divination. You know where it is that I assist in the connection between you and source, and assisting you in getting clear and removing energy from your aura and, really just a huge using aura energy clearing, conscious awareness clearing, human design awareness, because that's going to really show you your energetic field. And I just help navigate through that information, and so I'm really here to assist that and assist in the transmutation of the energy that no longer serves you into divine Christ conscious energy, giving you more space of you to be your epic self.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. We're gonna talk about your gifts, but first of all, we are just gonna go to your past. What type of belief that you were raised or that you grew up, Jessica?
Okay, so in my family, I had a grandmother who went to every church, and she went to every church, and she brought her grandchildren with her so she could uh, get assistance from the church. So I actually had the different upbringing of being in a different church every Sunday. So I got to really feel this different frequency of religion. That was one grandmother. The rest of the family are atheists. They do not believe in God at all. They don't have a belief. God is only convenient when they want to yell at him about the life that they're living. But truth, I'd have to say my father's mother, she, I may have seen it as a way of her scamming or taking advantage, of the churches, but it also gave me this space of understanding and to be able to sit and feel that in truth each one of these divinations had the spirit in it, and each one were just using different words and to connect to them. And oh, this is I'm so happy for this conversation because it kind of makes sense of me, right? uh I personally kind of I get wonky with the religious frequency and the spiritual frequency. You know, um, I don't believe God put all the information in one church. Like I really don't, because if He did that, then why are there so many of them? And I personally believe God put a little key in from the upbringing that I've had, and I didn't even put these things together until this moment. That makes sense of who I am, because I see the keys that each church had, right? So each church had a certain frequency that if you practice this certain tool, and they don't use the word tool, but like if you pray, if you this, if you that, then this will happen. I work in quantum physics healing, so I call it a tool. And so I see each one has a tool, and if we take these tools and put them together, merge them together, then humanity gets to be something completely different. I mean, you get to be something completely different. You get to be the embodied frequency of Christ conscious energy. And wow, I didn't even really see how, wow, I never really had that correlation. So thank you for that question.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
really
it's 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 very. I love the way you explained because I grew up as a going to Catholic church. And then after that, my mother found this. No, my mother's friend, and they invited her for this metaphysical place in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. My mother resonated right away. Then after that, me, my brother, and sister went there as well. But I learned a lot, being there. You know what I mean? That time, even when I came to America, I went to Christian church, for a while, and I just know the way I talk about. I don't like to talk about religions. I like to say people's beliefs. Like you said, we can learn with so many different type of beliefs. And I like, to see people. I studied on so many type different. I don't say all the beliefs, but I studied a lot to try to understand, not just only connect to myself. Like I said, I went to Christian church more than one here in America. Even one time I was baptized in a Christian church, but was experience is something that I had to go through. So, but I'm gonna try to say that I'm always respect, everyone's beliefs, even though I have some kind of say no good experience, with religion, but I prefer to just take the positive things, what I learned, or the message that I receive over there. Some way, somehow, they help me as well. But I just love the way you explained it. That was very beautiful. Let me ask you a question. So, what age, there you connected, with spirituality, because we all, I always tell people, everyone's very gifted, and we all born here with the gifts, but when you chose like you did, parents, with the different beliefs, I did as well. Sometimes some parents can block gifts, and sometimes, for because the beliefs, we feel afraid to say, oh, I'm seeing angels, I'm talking to grandma, with the spirits. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, what age that your gift start to, like, come to fruition?
okay. So my spiritual gifts that I've had since I was little. I've had my spiritual gifts since I was like the first time I can like remember I was 4.
Oh,
So that's see so for me it's been different because I've always been able to see in between the veil. And because I've always been able to see in between the veil, I never had anyone around me that could explain what I was seeing. They couldn't explain to me why I was feeling everything I was feeling. They couldn't explain the fact that I was talking to spirits, like, and they're like, "Oh, Justy, she's just in her head with her invisible friends," and I learned, I have to say I learned through that process to mask, right? And going through the from the because it was from like when I can remember till about 11 that I would go to these churches with my grandmother, and it wasn't always, but she would grab us all and take us, and I could feel. I've always been able to feel things in a way more so for communication than actually like understanding the communication. So like when we were in the churches or whatever building that we happened to be in, temple, church, what you want to call it, the place of worship for a collective of humans, you could feel the God frequency in that. I could feel it, and I
yeah,
just but then when they would add their words to it, I could feel the disconnect happening. And so, there was always this like confusion for me. And then when I was 11 and a half, 12 years old, something, like I was sexually abused by my stepfather, and I was pushed to go live with my father. And that was a big up and down for me, very confused. I lived with my mother the whole time, barely saw my father. So that was a big turnaround. At 13, 13, I think, we ended up in Oklahoma, and we were living in a little town in Milk Bay, Oklahoma. And I ended up going to a First Baptist church. And that was the first time with that pastor that I felt the God frequency. Oh, I'm going to cry. That I felt the God frequency match to the human, and and I knew it was real. Like, I knew it was real. I knew that it wasn't a figment of my imagination. Here was a group of humans that could expand that, and they matched. There was no confusion of it. Like, there wasn't a frequency and then the words, like, it all was aligned. And he was my basketball coach and my math teacher. And there was something about living in that little town and seeing how that church was able to really, like, in that itty bitty town, they were all mingling in together and yet doing human jobs on top of their God job, and just really like how God was expanded through every like job they were doing. And I have to say that was, out of all of my schooling, that was the best. Eighth grade was the best year of school, because they were focused and they were attentive, and they were teaching you how to add, God into your everyday life. Um, After I left Oklahoma, I didn't really find a church that did that for me again, so I kind of stayed away. And then my grandmother would send my dad Bibles every birthday, and he would beat me with his Bible. And there was always this thing of like, how am I the one getting beat with the Bible? Like, I'm the one that believes, like, I'm the one. And at that Oklahoma time was the same time I took my stepmom's Bible, and I read it, from cover to cover. And at that time, I mean, 12, 13 years old, you don't really understand what you're reading, but just to see this expansion of it, and how, like, the stuff when it comes to the gifts, like, I'd have to say, like, I wasn't even validated in what I'm doing until I was 38 by like another human being that kind of like was able to help me really to not be so lost and confused in what it is. Other than that, like, before, and it all comes back to the connection of God, though, because before 38, I still had all these other frequencies in between me and God. What the collective frequency was, what religious frequencies were, what spiritual frequencies were. There were all these little tips and dabbles in frequency of what God is. And it wasn't until I became 38 that I became clear with my own frequency with God. And I have to say, that's the most valuable lesson for me, is my understanding and my path to God is probably completely different than yours. And truth is, even if I got here first, and I'm learning this with my beloved at this moment, I can't write out a treasure map to for you to follow so you can find it too. Like, it doesn't work like that. And anywhere that I'm offended that someone's not taking my hey, I see this, like, it's easier this way, and I feel their resistance, and then I make that about myself. Again, these, I feel, are frequencies of us learning how it feels really to be aligned with that God frequency and what free will is, right? Because I can't save you, but I can hold space for you to feel safe and
Yes.
secure,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, I
And
agree.
the only one that can save you is you and God. So I
Yes.
think that kind of answered your question in a roundabout
Yes.
way.
Once again, I love the way you explained, because I was listening to you. Then it show me, what can happen with me, with you, so many people. Like, we are traveling, right? Like, I'm in Florida right now. Like, I'll go to Texas, right? So then I have to stop in a place to sleep. And then I have to stop in another place to eat. I have to stop in another place to put gas in my car. But the way, when I was listening to you, in the spirit was showing you, in your journey in this incarnation, you're gonna stop in different cities, in different places, restaurants to eat, or in the spiritual show, say you can go to a different type of beliefs now, because it's something for you to learn when you went to that place to connect with that type of church, with that type of person. you kind of boom, is something help you make, or you felt like home. You know, you was able to more feel, be yourself. That's exactly what I mean. Something that I talk with the people. Please know, when I work with the clients, no, we never try to change anyone's beliefs, no, and never we try to make them believe, no, whatever that we are say to them is the truth. No, we are just suggest to them, say, just be open. If it resonates with you, good. If not, that's fine as well. But it's so important for us to be open, because I tell people, God, the universe, doesn't matter what you're going through, they can guide you to a place that has nothing to do with your beliefs. You know, maybe you're a Christian, they can take guide to a Catholic church, or to a Jewish temple, or to a Buddha temple, Buddhism temple, or to me, or to Jessica. When you are open, I believe you have a clients that come to you to different beliefs. Like the same thing happened with me, with so many other people. But I believe when you connect only with one thing only, and I believe in one thing only, you are just blocking yourself, sabotage yourself to receive blessings. You know, I just love the way, you're being explained, and I mean, this is a beautiful conversation. But me ask you a question. So they back at that time, so that's when your gift is gonna start, coming to how to say, like you watch plug it in the wall. You think the lights come out, you think,
Well, I would describe it more as a cleaning.
oh, I
Because
got
in
you.
truth, for me, it was I always knew I needed to clean my aura. I knew my aura picked up so much ugh, that I like you're saying, right? All those beliefs, all those energies that I also call it struggle armor, right? We go through these things and we've learned a lesson or something, and then we like solder it to our freaking aura, right? And we're like, oh, I've learned this lesson. I'm never gonna learn this lesson again. So now, bah, this is the only solution, the only expansion that comes from that. And over time, right, at when I had started this, honestly, I was so heavy. I could barely breathe. Every time I talked, it sounded like I just came back from running like a 20-mile fucking run. Excuse my language. The pressure, I remember how tight that pressure was sitting on your chest, like feeling like an elephant was just living there and not knowing how to release it. And the only thing the doctors would say is, here's a pill, here's a pill, here's a pill. And the pills were not helping. I was a mother to a young child. They were trying to give me pills that would put me in like a catatonic, I can't even say the word, but like a sleepy kind of phase. I could not be on the pills and chasing a 3-year-old that way. Like that I could not. And so it was always feeling like I knew there was more, but I didn't know what more was. And then truth, I went to a psychic, and I she said she did chakra clearings, and oh, you gotta be careful who you go to, because I went to her, and she ended up feeding off of my fear. And I gave her so much money without questioning anything, because I was still in the frequency that the power to fix me was outside of me. And this is a very valuable lesson in this, right? When I went to this woman, I was looking for someone outside of me to come in and fix what I needed to be fixed, because
Yeah,
I knew something invisible was going on and I couldn't figure it out. And because I couldn't figure it out, I went to someone else to have them do it. And then they gave me words that did what? They didn't highlight my space of security and ease. They highlighted my mind dungeon of fear and anxiety, and how and why I have to spend so much money to create such a ritual, to do such a thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Oh, and this spirit is molesting your daughter while you're sleeping. Like, oh my God, how much more money do you want? Get rid of it. Like, my Lord. And at this moment, like, kind of reliving this again, it's oh, whole body tingles. there is again the devil's trying to keep me from my actual gifts. Because if I would have gotten lost in that, then I would have said this is all a chakra balancing, all of this stuff. This is all a crock of crap. This is all just feeding, and you were stupid, and what was wrong with you, and you gave this woman all this money, and now you're in more fear and more anxiety, and you don't feel like anything changed. And it's like, right? But then I found keys to freedom. Then I found this beautiful creator, Samantha Redwolf, who came into my world and, showed that she could clear your aura without you like really. She came in, she cleared it. I had more space, I could breathe. Okay, whoa, something's really happening there. Okay, and then I had another session. Oh, wow. Okay, whoa, I can feel it, right? But then it's coming right back. So why does it keep coming right back? It's cleared out and then it comes back. Why? Right? Well, you have to learn to stop feeding the energy to make it not come back. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, how do you do that? Right? Because in truth, everybody, it's common knowledge. It's not common sense. It's not common knowledge. And until you're shown these paths to untangle these things, common knowledge, common sense does not even become a frequency at all. Because you don't know, and learning with the keys to freedom how to get into my auric field and release these things, working with archangels, knowing that. And at this time too, I knew God was real, but I didn't see God as a human. To me, God was this ultimate source of energy. That's the way I've always seen, always known. That is my knowing of God, this ultimate white light power of energy, right? And then the archangels, these showed themselves for me in a frequency of really, like, I see in frequency. So sometimes it's hard to articulate what I see because it's in frequency, it's more of a feeling, and it's colors, and it's all kinds of things. But I had an inner knowing. I was surrounded by the archangels, and I learned a new connection, because to be honest, at this point, I didn't believe Jesus was real. I thought Jesus was a figment of the church, and this was all a bunch of nonsense that, go pray to your brother. Well, I'm not going to go to my brother and lean on him. If I need somebody, I'm going to go to my dad, and I'm going to lean on my dad. I'm the oldest in the family. So the idea of leaning on my younger anything, like, no. So for me, it was always God. And it wasn't until going into, okay, so I did the keys to freedom. I was working with God. I was working with the archangels. I was working with Positive Fox. She created this new thing where, if you walked out there and you got into people's energies, you could clear it out, and you were taking the authority. You were the one standing in the power. I learned to start using the pendulum for my yes and no. I learned to start asking yes and no questions. That was huge. How much of the conversation is not even a question, but just the of their situation that they're just going round and round and round in, and then Positive Fox, and then came Jamie Bates, because energetically, this Keys to Freedom program was keeping the energetics of my aura lighter. I could feel that it felt better, but it kept coming in, and I couldn't figure out how to, like, there had to be something to make it stop, right? And so that's where I found our polarity clearings with conscious awareness. And what is that noise?
I think it's, it feels like it's some kind of, sometimes when you're moving on, it feels like, it comes from your,
From
I
my
don't know
hand, from my energy.
what, well, I don't know if what type of microphone that you're using. And I'm look outside, this is, I hope, someone's supposed to come to fix, the air conditioner, but I put a sign outside to don't be bothered. I hope, oh God, they're gonna make some, oh, there we go.
Here's the
Can you
thing.
hear?
Whereas everywhere we think this is messing up the message. It's
No,
not.
no, it's
It's
not. It's not. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, but this is interfere. No, when the people don't start listening to us, no, they can interfere. No,
But whereas everywhere we don't see this as the lower frequency trying to keep us from this beautiful
yeah,
lighter thing.
but
I don't think that any of this is going to cause any kind of a thing. The
no,
people who are meant to hear this will hear this.
okay, but you can hear me very well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So let's see. But I like to say something, related to me to something that you said before when you went to that person. The first one, and she kept asking for money, for more money, for to this, that. It's something that I like to say because I know you for a while, my friend. I know how you work. So I know how you respect the universal laws. You know how you respect the human laws. But what I like to say for people that are watching this conversation today, that's so important. I mean, when you are looking for guidance, sometimes we look online, you go to Google, or a psychic in that's close to me or whatever, and then you go to the first one to pop it in. What I suggest for people is always asking for guidance. I'm asking for guidance. I'm going through James, I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of lost. I don't know what to do. And then what I suggest for people as to our guides and aims for guidance, if they can guide the right person to you, like they can guide to Jessica, they can guide to me, they can guide to another person. But I did that in the past as well with people. You know what I mean? It just so go to the first one because I did so online. I don't know information. And they said some things for me. They, oh my God, instead to help me, it make me more confused than anything else. I have many clients that came to me and say, "Oh, I want to talk to someone," and this person said this, that to me. And this about to, I don't know how many people, three, four, five people, they were scared to death, for the things that someone said to them. And this person charged me this thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to release this demon or this blocks energies or whatever the situation was. And I say, what exactly, this person said. They, when I look up, I say, I don't see anything. It happened more than 4 or 5 times. I don't even, you don't even need to have a session to me for them, my friend, because you don't have anything. You are fine. But it's good that you mentioned that because it can happen. I suggest for people sometimes if you go online on Facebook, TikTok or Instagram, there's bunch of people doing live reads over there, right? Live reads sometimes for free, sometimes that's for donation. Once again, I suggest for people sometimes you go to someone, if they you don't hear what you want to hear, you go to somewhere else, go to somewhere else. That's something that I suggest for people to avoid to do. Once again, if you need guidance, you ask, and then wait, your God's age, the universe is gonna guide you to the right person, to the right place, to the right time. But that was beautiful the way you explained, Jessica.
But it's a process, and here's the thing too. Should I feel shame for the fact that I did that? I'm going to tell you, like, I had someone close in my life at that time that was not pleased with me at all, like was making me feel so wrong and stupid for doing what I was doing.
I'm sorry, say it again.
So funny. um I don't know what's happening. Okay.
No, that's fine because I was trying to listen to you and the people I'm grateful they are fixed the air conditioner outside, but that's okay. But no, just go ahead, my friend. Like this, I want to say something to everyone, right? This, I got goosebumps all over my body. Before we start record, right? Jessica said something to me. Another, if for some reason I'm go somewhere or don't even remember what I was saying, please bring it back. And what I said to you, I'm not gonna bring it back, my friend, because if you go somewhere, it's a reason for you to go. If you start maybe talk about something else, it's someone that connected to you and need to say something for us. So because this type of conversation that we are having here, in the way the spirit guided me to do, I don't have any questions in here underneath my computer or underneath my camera. I didn't write any questions to her or anybody else I talked to before, or I'm gonna talk in the future. Because this is a called conversation with within. We are connecting the presence. We are going to say talk about some few different things, but anytime we can go to a different direction, not because we want to go, it's because they are guiding us to go to this direction, because someone needs to hear the message that she received, or maybe I'm going to receive as well. But you're good, my friend. You're good. You're good.
So with keys to freedom, it gave the tangible thing, right? That I was right. The auric field does hold energy, and that certain frequent and for me at this point, it was using the pendulum for my yes no questions, right? Stop going to other people for their advice on my life, because now I have the awareness that every time I do that, your energy is now in my auric field. Now it's something else that I'm going through, right? And if I'm already going through something right now, like your opinion on what I'm going through, does that really serve me? Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it does, but you have to use your own inner discernment. So then it's like, oh, inner discernment. What does that word mean? What is, I don't understand that, right? So the next I went in with honestly Jamie Bates. She taught me she what she teaches is polarity clearing, or I don't know still, but she taught me, and I became a conscious awareness facilitator. And I have one of my Reiki certifications from her too, a couple of them, I think. It was really about taking control of the conscious. Take,
Yeah.
and I don't really say taking control, and that's not even right. It's more about learning how to expand the aura yourself, right? Because yes, it's going to be awesome for me to do it for you for a little while, but me doing it is just like an exercise. I'm picking up the little extra weight so you can really learn the motions of how we go about this, right? But there will be a time where I'm like, enough, like I'm not meant to be in your field anymore. These are things now you're meant to solidify and learn for yourself, you know. And that's what I was searching for. I was searching for all the tools to do this myself, right? And so positive fox, when I need a quick aura cleanse, bam. Okay, well, now that I know I needed that quick aura cleanse, now I need to get to the root of what that is, right? So me saying Nando, I know I'm a neurodivergent. I know I'm spicy. I know I can take a thing and then next thing I'm over here because I have an open head, open najna, and I'm a neurodivergent. So staying on one path, that's very difficult for me. So if you feel that I'm like over yonder way too far, like by all means, pull me back, right? And then you hold the space of, oh, my dear sister, like, no, there's no pulling you back. Like, if you need to go that way, there's a reason. And this is where we get to be epic humans, right? Because we're inner knowing of God's frequency and how he works individually through us all. You know, me going over here to left field to pick daisies, well, that's actually God saying, that smells really good. Let's go over there. And now that daisy is actually going to add some kind of something to our pot of elixirs, to heal us in a way we didn't even know, because we just trusted that inner pull, and but how do you get to that? And that's where conscious awareness was for me, learning the polarities, seeing the programs I was playing in, asking the questions, does this even serve me? But then here I am still glitching in the whole body discernment. What does that really mean? And here comes human design. When human design entered my life, it showed me my blueprint, who I am, how I'm receiving energy, right? Where I'm amplifying others, where that voice is so much louder, because the truth is, when the others came around me, their energy was so overwhelming. That's why I knew it was stuck in my aura. I didn't know how to not make theirs mine, right? And in truth, what that is everywhere all that was in my open centers. So everywhere my grandmother's voice, and she is not very nice. My mother's mother is like, I swear she had like MK Ultra training. Like she could get in a person's head and destroy it, and she has
Well,
destroyed the head, you know. And thus maybe the reason why I hold this so powerful, and the power that's been granted to me so powerful, because it's not, I, last thing I want to do is get in your mind and destroy it. No, then not at all. Like my job to get in your mind is just to hold God's love. That's it. And then it took a while for me to understand that too, because I thought with the power that meant I had to do something, right? Here's another program. No. Everywhere there's this thing of we have to do something, to do something out of our oh, Nando, here we go. This is gold. Oh, I feel
yeah,
it. To do something out of expectation or assumption is heavy energy. To do
yes.
something from that that nudge, that just, oh, I don't know why something just said to do it. That's the God. That's the lighter expansive. Oh, I haven't had the words to articulate that. So you must have defined head, because yum, that was yummy. Oh, I felt that.
You know, I'm just listening that, I'm always learning, every single day I have a conversation I have with someone. But Jessica, I love the way you explained, the stage that you went through in your life since you were a child, and when it came to gifts. You know very well we chose our parents. You chose to go through all this experience. But if you never met in person, but it's something is not necessary for us to have this, you know, a close connection, because we connect energetic, you're connected with our gods and angels, and I'm so grateful that we are here connected today. But one thing that I like I said, I don't know hold too much at all, but I don't need to know. But one thing I don't need to know whole a lot of this. I'm trying to say, but one thing that I feel when you, my friends, like even with me and myself and so many other people, the place that you are right now, the frequency that you are connected right now, it's very, very beautiful, my friend. But it's so important for people to understand, especially for the new people. This is went through awakening. This, oh, they open their eyes, they start seeing things. The animals, the spirits, here, the gods, all these things. Is so important to understand that even after awakening, that's, I believe that's when everything start in our life. It's not I don't say it's a very hard path, to walk, but it's not an easy path as well, because you need to learn so much, you need to study so much, you need to understand so much. We can talk here for hours. She can talk about the whole life, her entire life, or my entire life. You're never gonna finish the talk, because it's so much, so much. Even to if you maybe she or me decide oh, I'm gonna write a book tomorrow. You gotta make the story a little bit short, because not you're gonna be like a pages book, for real.
But
Because
sometimes you need those connection points,
what
and
we do need.
here's the thing I've learned though, like in truth, right? When you don't, and that's why the way I talk is the way I talk, right? Remember, I'm neurodivergent. So I need the connection points. If you go from here to here, you lost me.
Yeah.
And then I'm in the I don't know. And then when I'm in the I don't know, I don't move. I don't do nothing. I freeze. And I'm like, I don't know, right? And how many of us stay in that phase of life for so long because we don't know and we're not sure, right? I just lost it wherever I was going with that. I don't know.
But it's okay. But may I ask, so
But the connection points. So sometimes you
yeah.
do need the connection points, and one and my connection points may not resonate with you at all. Like, and here's the beautiful thing: it's perfectly wonderful that it's not. Because, right now in this moment, the one thing that we 1000% align on, our own individual belief of God. That is the number one thing we 1000% match on. And because we match on that, everything else gets to be in an honor space. I don't need to make you me. You don't need to make me you, right? For you, when I was pulled to you a couple years ago, like 3, 4 years ago, I
Yeah.
don't remember anymore. I was in the crystal gritting stuff, right? Because you
Yes,
do the serious mind stuff, but you also have to do the fun stuff too, So what's
yes,
the fun?
yes,
The crystal gritting, the painting, there's so many fun things where it's not the hard work, but it's still expansion and work, right? And with us, with the connection, then, and it was like, aha, there's another brother. He speaks frequency, and then look at this beautiful relationship that we've been able to grow,
yeah,
because of the I see you, you see me, and I don't have to make you me. You don't have to make me a carbon copy of you. And
yeah,
in fact, by honoring you and who you are, I get to be a better me, and vice versa.
yes, yes. I agree with you. I love this. How you explained, how you said, I see you, you see me, just the way we are. We don't try to say, oh, I'm better than you in this area, you are better than me in the area. No, no,
Yeah.
no. We have our own gifts, but you have this respect for one another. This is beautiful, but like I would say before, the, the, the frequency that you are connected right now is very beautiful because I know you went through so many things, like I went through so many things. Everybody else going through something in their own personal lives as well. But it's so beautiful to see you right now, my friend. You know what I mean? And I know that you are very proud of yourself, but it's beautiful to see you right now. Even it's beautiful to see me right now because I'm not looking back at, you know what I mean? These things been happening to us, these new gifts, these new connections, the spirit that being given to us, being the opportunities de bem, the Espírito bem guide to us. And I try to say to everyone, this is, can come to everyone, but we need to do. That's what this is the key. We need to do inner work. If you push this, no, I don't want to do this. Never. That as well. I don't want to do that with the no. We need to deal with every single things that we remember, or some other things that we forgot about the spirit to say, oh, you need to know work with this, that. That's the reason I want to say before about the book. It could be like 1,000-page books because it's so long a story. Because there's so many things. I know you did in your life, you continue to do it, and I did in my life as well. But it was not one or two, it was so many things. But this is not something that we've been dealing in this incarnation. This is something we've been dealing in, we've been working with so many incarnations. It coming in a tree family, right? The family tree. I mean, that's it. Whoa, if they. We don't remember, but with this, I want to go there and I want to work with all these things because this is the time for me, Jessica, for me now to put end, to break those chains. It's been in my family for thousands and thousands of years. It's time. When you say that up there, my friend, before coming here, it won't. I'm sorry, but I have to say straight. They're not going to be an easy path at all. You know what I mean? I talk to people sometimes. I went through a lot of suffering. I went through a lot of physical, emotional pain. Oh my God, it go on. But when I look at myself right now, I say, whoa, you look at yourself right now and say, I'm so grateful, thankful. You know what I mean? So grateful that I chose to go through all these things. For everything that I did till today, to be able to connect myself with unconditional forgiveness, with unconditional love, to find the healing, to find the understanding, to break those chains, to break those patterns for good. But we still have a lot more work to do.
Oh yeah. There's no instant gratification, and that's what you're showing. I love how you said everything there too, because that's the truth, right? My beloved and I were having a conversation about this last week. Why is it so rough for the chosen ones, right? Why is it so rough for us down here? Why is it that, we're resisted the way we're resisted from the very beginning? Why is that so much pain and misery we have to work through, And I think in truth, it's what you just said. Like everything you just said is the beautiful answer to why. you know, and to being, oh, full body. I would have, like, you can get to the other side. I know it doesn't feel like it when you start. I know it feels like a figment of your imagination. I know you're just looking and you're not sure, but everywhere you're looking for instant gratification, that's not it. Not it. Okay. Everything on this path takes dedication, takes concentration, and takes consistency. You know, it took a long time to program all of this into our generational energy, you know, and how amazing are you that you, not only as a human, but as a soul, you get to undo all of that yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to have some little and love for yourself, right? And I'm going to tell you, up until, like, I don't know, right before this call, like, I had a conversation with my beloved, and I finally felt like I was seen and held in an energy that I have been wishing and desiring for so long. And the way we had this sharing, you know, of stuff, and he has a religious frequency, you know, and he is in the church, and I think it's beautiful that I am learning that I'm not here to be his path to God. That's not what it is, right? I'm here just to stabilize his frequency and his growth of finding it, like, and vice versa, right? He finally is able to see me and refill me in a way that he's like, wow, like, you know, it finally hit what you were saying. Like, I get it, you know, and then you can see how that is entangled with this sermon and this conversation. And then you get that, like, yeah, I'm aligned. Like, I knew it, but this is like 100% validation. And there does come a time, which I feel like I'm so entering in now, where all the work was worth it. Because there does come days where you're like, why am I doing this? The more I do this, the more I feel isolated, the more I feel like anywhere I was like trying to mask and interact with humanity, I'm more alone now than I ever was. Because when
Yeah.
you finally solidify it, when you finally get to the other side of it, and this conversation is, I love this. It gets to be everything you knew it could be. And it gets to be that because you took control of your source. You took control of your power. And even now, if something comes in to feed on me, let's say an action he does, my beloved, right? And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, is it's in truth, is that on him or is that on me?
Yeah.
That would be on me because of the way I'm receiving it. And if I'm triggered by something, then I need to look at it, right? And if it actually comes to a thing where it's like, no, that was a violation. Well, truth, my beloved's not going to violate me because we're in the God frequency. So you see how that program of the past who didn't have
Yes.
energy that no
Yeah.
longer can exist. So it's this constant reprogramming of like, and I believe this is why we are a part of the weaving of the 5D, because everywhere we still feel those 3Ds try to come in. We're like, but no, like, nice try. I caught you, because this is really where I live. You know, everywhere I feel like my like floatering out in conversation, people can't understand me. Well, the ones that can't understand me are the ones that weren't meant to understand me, because you are following me just fine, and I feel like I'm communicating with such ease and grace. And you know why? You're not giving me any resistance.
Yeah.
And I feel the resistance, that's just me understanding that in truth, their human is just trying to absorb it, and it's maybe a little too high for them right now, and they're trying to figure out how to put it in there.
I love, I just love, you know, I, I, I was listening to you and I felt that I was someone's watch this video, you know, I was someone else out there watch this conversation. The way you explained is so beautiful, so people to understand that whoever's in a relationship sometimes just you listen to your ego. No, it's them, it's this, it's that. Oh, the way you explained was just, oh,
Oh, oh, but let's be clear, okay? My poor
beautiful.
beloved has to have some serious patience with me, okay? And he does. Because I'm going to tell you, there is so many times, like through this process, and even in this last, like, little thing, that my expectations, my assumptions have gotten involved and they try to deter this, right? And then I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. We should run. You're right. We should hide. You're right, because one of the things I'm going to say, like when we first started talking, like I we went for a walk, and when we were talking, he's like, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. I'm looking for God. Like I'm out searching for God. Well, Nando, to me of all people, you're going to tell me that you don't even want to try to like come to a relationship with me because you're looking for God? Hello, do you not see the like direct contact I have with
Yeah,
him? Can you see the
yes,
ego that came into that? Can you
yes,
see the assumptions that came into that? And then
yes,
all of a sudden my human is like, oh, well, he doesn't see my worth. He doesn't see my value. And in truth, that was me. I still wasn't able to stand in my worth. I wasn't able to stand in my value. And in truth, did his words, did his actions say anything like that? No, it didn't. But one word of I'm looking for God right now, and the feeling that I couldn't assist in that, like it made me go on a spin. And then I'm like, well, then I'm good. Like I'm okay. You're off looking for God. Let me know when you find him. Like, and rude too, like
yeah,
rude.
yes,
Seriously. And the fact that he came back, I'm like, I don't even know why you're coming back. Like, I'm sorry I even spoke to you like that. Like, oh my Lord, like when you got away. But for me, he's a defined G. He's a defined head. He's a defined ajna. He's a defined ego. Those are all places I'm open. So for me, those are louder than my defined energy. So I'm amplifying his energy. Like, so I get like this mirror of myself in his like energetic field, and it's really not even his like his energy coming on. It's more of like he creates a purple fire, and when I go around him, this is what comes out of me when I'm by the purple fire,
yeah,
right? I'm like, you do this because you're the purple fire. And it's like, hello, God's like, ding dong, whereas everywhere you don't see that everything here is not it would not have been highlighted unless you were by the purple fire. And now that you're by the purple fire, you can see where you're still glitching and you need to do a little fixing here, right? And then so it's like, okay, so then how do I do this properly? Communication. And
yes,
it really is. And I've now come to this realization of like, first of all, who am I? Like that version, that program, that matrix energy that came in and said, I was the one that was supposed to show him to God. Like, oh, that feels so gross. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like everything, all that is like, no. And in turn, I get to see in truth, the only thing I'm here to do with the God frequency for any human other than myself is to hold the uh, uh, safe and protective and love energy. That's it. That's it. And my human says no, 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 there has to be more, but that's really not even, because that's my open ego saying that I
yes,
have to prove or improve something. No, I don't. I'm not here to prove or improve anything to anybody. I'm just here to share my love. I'm a powerhouse of love. I'm a powerhouse of knowing when enough is enough. Like, like how many times are going to run into that wall. And that's where, like Jessica, how many times you're going to run away from this because you're allowing the lower frequencies to
yes,
scare you. Because in truth, when we're together and he sees me, I have never felt seen like I have ever felt like it is when I'm with him. Like, and it scares me, like, because now all of a sudden I feel like I need this energy to fulfill me, right? And that's scary. It is, again, is that another program? So you see, I mean, it's just always going. So it's like, is it his love, or is it just the fact that we can both be matched, and is this it in God frequency, and we feel it so strong we're afraid to lose that connection? And everywhere that is that even true? Once you have your connection with God, there's no losing it unless you
no,
decide to walk away from it. you know. And even then, he's still gonna hit you with the piano because you've already did the work.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I just love the way you always explain things. You know how you're being so yourself, because that's something that I always talk to people. You know, I never try to be. If you don't, we help a lot of people. You know, in so many different areas. You know, to connect with a better version of themselves. But I always tell people I'm a human as well. My friend. I'm going through all my things. What I'm trying to say that I never try to show to no one that I'm perfect. That I'm always oh Shanti, Namaste. You know, I have my moments as well. The way you are just explaining, you know, I said beautiful things about you that I feel I know you for a while. The way the freaks that you are connected right now is very beautiful. But like we talked before, we still are human. We still so much to learn. This is so important for for us to understand that the you never go. This they are talking to me here right now. We are going to stay in school till our last day in here. We always inside the school, inside the class. You know, learning, learning, learning. It's so important for us never connect with the ego, say, oh, I don't need to learn anything no more. I've been through a lot. I've been, I went through it all. I know everything. I mean,
No,
please don't. I'm not judging anyone. What I'm saying come from a place of love. But if you have this type of beliefs, you know, if you are saying those things to yourself that you don't need to learn anything no more, my friend, please don't meditate a little bit because you still have a lot more to learn. The learning process never stops. What
yeah.
Jessica was sharing with you guys right now, I know she did a lot of work to herself. Now someone's, you know, she being toxic. Oh, oh, you know, they always start cut. So, like I said,
Because now it's all different, right? It's one thing to stabilize your frequency. It's another one you add another one in, and then you're like, is it theirs? Is it mine? Whose is it? And then you're trying. And it's not a thing about blame. Like that's not. It's
no,
not even about blame anymore. It's
no.
like, where is this energy coming from, and how do we transmute it into the energy that actually serves us to be our best selves? You know?
I love. You know, I love the way you call him my beloved. You know, I love that. But I like to share some that I always have. I mean, having a conversation with someone, we are just friends. But sometimes I'm talking to her and I'm listening to
And
her.
and wait, Nando, technically I'm still just friends too. But the
Yeah,
truth is your heart knows what your heart knows.
yeah.
And my heart knows this one is my kingdom spouse, but nothing has been said. So still we're just friends, you know.
We see, but
But you know, you know, you know. So that's why I
yeah.
say beloved because I mean, you just know. So I didn't want you to like. I feel that we're just friends, but truth, you know. Where is that a
Uh,
program where you come in and you say you're just friends? So where are you telling the universe you're not going to allow it to be anything more because of that expectation, the assumption, the thought?
uh,
Anyway, sorry.
Thank you for saying that because this person that we've been talking for a while, you know, we don't see each other every day, sometimes once a week or twice in the same place that we take our children. But few times I was listening to her and something say, it's not bothering me, you know what I mean? So a day after that, you know, I just continue listening. A day, I don't say anything. I just come home and I meditate. But it's something that I thought I was funny, you know, but it's something has to do with my past and they still affect me in the present moment. The day after that, I work to myself, I meditate a little bit. The next time we talking again, say, do you remember the last time we talk about this, that? I felt this. And then say, wow, I didn't say anything to you, but I went home, then I meditated, say, wow, I need to work on this. You know, what I mean? I always expect her to connect me in a different way. I was
You
expecting her to
had
talk to
assumptions.
me.
You had
Yes, yes,
assumption and expectations, and look
yeah,
what
yeah,
and look.
yeah. That's exactly
Sorry,
what
I'm not cutting you
you
off,
said.
but yeah.
No, no, that's exactly what you said before. That's all expectations. If they, what you said a few months ago, I love. Now, I know this person is the one. Even though you see some things in you, you guys still work, you know, with each other, and they can help one another. I felt the same thing, but I just say, wow. This is beautiful. But what I love, Normally, about us, there's so many people that can do as well. You don't take anything personal. You don't connect with your ego. You say, what I need to say, what I need
Um,
to do. You
yeah,
just connect with within, connect with the love. Say, no, 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 no. This is, oh, take a deep inhale and exhale. Take some time. If you allow, it will come to you. Say, the reason you felt the way you felt before when he or she said something is because of this. The day you say, thank you. Because I went to her more time and I said, thank you for helping me. Thank you for making me feel what I felt.
yeah.
And then she opened a smile. But that's what it's supposed to be, to try to fight back. Or once again, to ask
Or resist.
guidance for our ego. Because if you connect with your ego, oh, then you screwed them.
You're not going anywhere, you
You
know?
don't go anywhere.
You're not. And that's the thing. Like, okay, now truth. When it comes to the relationship stuff, I'm still highly experimenting with that one. Okay. So I'm still learning, and again, the ones before, they were like, this one's wild, and they ran, this one, like, is not, and this one keeps coming back. So I'm like, all right, like, there must be something here, right? And the thing is that, like, now, personally, okay, I feel that at the talking stage, because this is kind of what this is, right? The talking stage. We're seeing each other's mirrors. We're seeing if we reflect each other well. Like, I loved how you were talking about how, like, you go away and then you come back, and you're like, I was having the, and it's usually us, that's in other people's head all the time, that we share it first, and we're like, I just want you to know I was kind of going through this, from this, and when we do this, when we're sharing that, it's not you did this, so I thought that's not what it is. It's, hey, just so you know, like this, you not messaging me, right? That's a trigger for me right now, because I just lost somebody. Like, one minute he's an asshole, the next minute he's dead. So, like, right now I'm a little triggered in that. So if we're talking consistently every day, and then you don't, I'm not thinking you're with another woman. I think you're dead. I think something happened, and I'm in a locked thing of worry and fear and blah blah blah, right? So I can identify I have a trigger right now when it comes to this. Okay. Truth. Is it his responsibility to do anything with that? No.
No.
But he wants to expand this with us, and he wants to hold space, desires to hold space for me to be my best self, then he's going to keep that in mind if he chooses to message me daily. Or when he doesn't message me, and then I'm like, oh, you came back, like, surprise, what happened? Cat gave you your tongue back. Then he understands that, in truth, what that isn't me, like, mad. It's all the fear, the anxiety, the worry that I was dealing with, and oh, look, he's alive, so he just didn't have any kind of honor for me at all, and so those are the things we have to catch ourselves on, and we have to ask ourselves these questions into the, and I believe this is what happens during the talking phase. Now, the next phase, and again, this is just a hypothesis, I feel that when you come into the dating, girlfriend, boyfriend, moving it closer to real partnership, right? And you're really feeling that flow. This is now when we energetically get to really intervene with each other, right? Because let's say it's you and I, Nando, right? Nando, you're gonna hold a masculine frequency that's for you to hold, because you're the masculine,
Yep.
right? And I'm gonna hold a feminine frequency that's all mine, because I'm the feminine frequency. Now, the thing that makes us a superpower together is that I honor you and your masculine to lead us, and I fall or I expand, like, but there's no resistance. Like, I honor you in your masculine role. So we expand there with you. Like, you're the leader with that one. And when it comes to the feminine side, then you tag in and you let me do my work, like, I've learned from the feminine side, and I can't speak on the masculine because God didn't give me a penis this round.
It's
Right?
funny.
So
Yeah.
that's not, I can't, right? I can assume. Again, we know what happens when you assume. So I try not to do that, right? So in truth, what I can do is really understand that my goal as the feminine is to do the invisible work. So my thing is when I'm again, this is my hypothesis that if I get that awareness of, oh, all of a sudden I'm really heavy and I'm feeling fear and there's some anxiety here, like, whoa, where'd that come from? Like, I was just fine. Okay, well, oh, this must be my beloved, right? Like, I'm connected to him. And in truth, as soon as you have intercourse, you are connected into them. As soon as that happens, there is a direct core frequency in between the two of you. So if you're out there sleeping with multiple people, well, then you don't know where the hell that's coming from because you have multiple people. But I don't, never have. And so I know directly who that's coming from because I only have one, right? And so I can go, oh, okay, ooh. Do I need to call him and have this conversation and point? No, I don't, because that's not my role as the female, right? My role is to go, I feel my beloved. Ooh, okay, let's do this. And then expand out. All right, identify that. Okay, I see that. Let's freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. Okay, is this in my field? Okay, no, that I mean, yes, it's in my field, but is it my energy? No, it's not my energy. Okay, is this my beloved's energy? Yeah, this is my beloved's energy. Okay, do I have the validation, the authority to untangle this for him, or is this something for me to bring awareness? And if it's untangle it for him, you'll feel it. If it's just to bring the awareness, you'll feel it. So you see how God is giving you the guidance on how I can be the best female to assist you to be the best masculine. And then he gives you, hey, she needs a hug, or hey, whoa, she's like really overloaded. She just needs to drag it out. Let her just release it all. And knowing at this time it has nothing to do with me. And then when she's done and you feel her breathe, you go, are you done or is there more? And is there more? Is it okay? If there's more, let it out. Like, come on, is there more? And then when you release it and then you hug her, like, you don't make me feel wrong for my dragon. Like, I'm not doing this. I picked all this up, and now you give me that safe and secure space inside your arms that I get to be refilled. This is how I feel the divine union can be, but we have to do our individual work. And then when we come into union, then there's a whole lot of other work that comes there too. And like you said, I honestly don't think the work ever stops. I think it's always, but it becomes different when you're not when the okay, they're saying it becomes different when the ratio isn't so one or the other, right? So it's
Yeah.
better when you're more God frequency, life is easier. When we start off not God frequency, like we usually start off pretty heavy, and especially if we're a chosen one. We've had a lot of crap happen to us, and it's very valid for everything that we hold on us. All that hurt, all that misery, all of that. We went through that. We survived that.
Oh
But now
shit.
we learn Christ. Now we learn conscious breathing, and
Yeah.
conscious breathing is switching the survival. Okay, I'm complete. I think I'm good with that.
No, no, you're beautiful. I can stay here for hours listening to you. But one thing that you said that I like to talk about a little bit, when you said, when you mentioned about, people they are connected to two, three, four people, different people that time has a, intimacy with them. This is something so many people may talk about how important it is for us to avoid, because even the science, they already prove, you know what I mean, when you have the intercourse, it's not only energetic information is being changed body to one body to another body, DNA is being affected as well. Information for the other process, DNA is coming to us, DNA, and our DNA information goes to the other process, DNA. And this is something that's, when I heard this, whoa, but it's something that's been here forever. It's not something new, but it's something that before when I was young, I never thought it was any problem for me. But I was connected to my ego. That's a, make a long story short. I was connected to my ego and say, I need this. This is important for me to have. Sex is important for me. This is the way I like. If I don't do the way I like, I don't like you. Whatever it is. But for 4.5 years, I'm being by myself, and I'm gonna continue by myself till the day the divine connection is gonna come to my life. It's gonna be a different story. But I learned and I decided because I know how much affect eyes. You cannot do inner work if you are constantly connected to different people just to listen to this, just to satisfy your own ego. Because when the people say, oh, a lot of professionals there say, oh, like a sex therapist or whatever say, oh, sex is the glue of the relationship. I'm sorry, this is not the truth. Sex is the glue of the relationship. We're not going to go deep in this conversation right now, but it's not. A lot of people being preached of that sex is the glue of the relationship. If you don't have a good sex connection with someone, that person is not for you. My God, this is anyway. This is not the reality. You know what I
But,
mean?
but, but, but,
It,
but truth though, right there, when you're talking about sex being the thing, what is that? That's bodily thing. So like, is that even a program that's not even what we teach at all, right? That in
no,
fact we're teaching is how to break that program, and
yeah,
and in truth, too, like the only thing, I honestly, as I was celibate for 4 or 5 years, I had time to really, and again, I agree, 1,000%. And it was when I again the collective was nudging, and honestly, like I thought my intuition was like, oh hey, like here, this is it, like it's okay, and and there's so many frequencies into it,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
and I have to say too, like, that's the other thing too, like ask questions into that. Like I have to say personally, like I I am now aligned with the Mary Magdalene Rose frequency. And because I'm aligned with that frequency, I've been able to unlock knowledge and with oils and things like that. And it changes that whole experience. So it's now like my point is experiment with everything, as you go through this and as you unlock these new chapters of yourself. Just be aware of any kind of assumptions or expectations, and even when we follow our intuition, if we feel like, oh, that was stupid, was it? Because most of the time, even when we feel it was stupid, we still learned a very valuable lesson in that. And God, the only reason I say this is God is like, God, my conversations lately has been expand on pleasure, and I'm like, that feels so wonky. Like, what do you mean expand on pleasure? And he's like, there's so many different forms of it. Like, expand on it and do it with someone who has the same frequency. And
Yes,
that's what I mean is different, because he had, and I have, and again, I've been given a human test subject, let's say, that has these qualities for this experiment that I'm running. And that's the thing too. I look at life now as an experiment, right? Because it's an experiment. And if any time I go, oh, well, this is not working, I have the right to change my choices, to change my
yes,
objective, to change my pursuit, to change my tools. And everywhere we don't allow ourselves that space to see that and to do a redirect or a recorrect, I don't feel that serves us either. I'm sorry. Go on.
no, no, no. That's fine. I understand. But this is not like I said. It's something that I work to myself, and now I decided to just stay with myself. It was the best decision that I made in my life because I had and I still have so much time to work to myself because I don't have anyone in my life right now. I'm just besides when my son's with me, when he's not with me, or I'm working with someone online, or I'm working with someone one on one. I had someone who's gonna come here soon that I'm gonna work to her, but I'm gonna try to say that when I'm by myself, I'm just take all this time to work to myself, and I'm so grateful, thankful for the first time that I was able to stay to myself. It was the best decision, but it was not an easy thing for me to do. I asked them to help me. It's something. there are sometimes I talk with some clients, and I mean, the spirit asked me to suggest to them, take some time with yourself. And 100% of the time, people say, it's very hard for me to stay by myself, to stay, to be alone. But anyway, so we don't
But
force
because
them to,
because they're looking for the love outside to fulfill them.
yeah.
And what you
It's,
learn from that is to refill that for
if
yourself within.
I want to tell them, if you want to have a divine connection with someone, you need to do your inner work first. Because if you don't want, every time that you connect with someone, you are just pushing the things that you don't want to work. You're being pushed away, and you allow someone to come for 3 months, for a year, for 2 years. This ones go away, and then you connect with another one. And some people sometimes live the rest of their life like this, connected to one another. They end at the end of the day, the end of their lives, in the 70s, the 80s. Oh my God! Or maybe one of those days you leave this body here. It just, but yeah, it's something, especially for these new people. Once again, I like to say they went through awakening. It's so important for you to keep, those things in mind and meditate a little bit about if you used to do this type of thing, when you think this is normal, it's not normal. They can, the way she explained is very beautiful, as well, but it affects you so much, so much, so much, so much. Even for you to connect with some light beings from higher frequencies, they're not connected with you. They're not connected to you because you are connected to so many different type of energies every single day or every single week or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So I'm not judging anyone. I'm not trying to say that I'm better or more special than anyone, like her as well. But the reason that we are connected to these beings for the higher frequencies is because we did a inner work and we decided, I'm going to keep it this way. Because this is what I have right now. It's beautiful. This is something they always want to have, and I have right now. Do you think I'm gonna just give it away for a moment of pleasure? No way, Jose.
Worked
No
way
way.
too hard to get here.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the thing, we get that feeling we worked way too hard to get here, and then no, I
This
agree, and I
often.
love this too because it's the male. I love this because you're showing the male side of it, right? Because I'm like, da, 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 and then I hear this is how the boys think. Remember, you don't have
Yeah,
that between your legs. The girls, we're looking for that to fulfill for the love, right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
not. You're looking for the pleasure. Like I love this. Go on. I'm sorry, but it's
No, no, no,
beautiful.
no, no. It's good, but like I said, now I was having a conversation with someone, Cynthia, her videos on my YouTube channel, and we talking for why. That's one of the things we talk as well. And I said, you know what I mean? So I know, it's not because I'm a psychic, and it has nothing to do with that. It just I know this. Whoever's gonna come into my life, he will be a divine connection. You know what I mean? But I don't feel that I have the needs, the ego, no, the ego needs anymore with me. So I want to connect them. What I say before, I want to grab this. This is my book, of my life in the past. The way that I used to think about women, sex, relationship, connect, all these things. I put some alcohol, gasoline, or whatever, and I set the book on fire. So
I see.
now I want to start something new. I want to connect it to God. I want to make love with God. I want to start something new. Everything that I used to do in the past is in the past. It doesn't serve
I
me
see.
at all right now. I want something new. And these new things that are so many people, millions of people been doing out there is connected to with God. Make love with God. You
Mm.
just look at your partner, you don't say, oh, you have to do this, or I don't like this. That what I was saying before is not you don't need to communicate because when you connect, has this divine connection,
It
you
just
are
is.
free for so many things. Like a friend of mine used to say, it fits like a glove. It fits like a glove. You know what I mean? So
It's just ease. It's just is ease, and you just have this desire. Like it is, and I have connected with that frequency with my beloved, and that's it is, it's everywhere the human tries to distort that, right? And that's where we've got to finish on programming, right? And in truth, here's the truth, right? I think a part of us kind of think that, like, oh, I have to feel all this, heal it before. We're not going to know until this partnership comes together. And I, again, this is a part of my hypothesis. I feel this part of taking the rest of this, like divine baggage that these counterparts are bringing to us, right? I believe this is another part of the generation breaking the curses, right? Because in truth, what we're doing is we're learning to unpack, and I'm going to get straight to the words, the demonic energy from our fields, and heighten and expand the God frequency in our fields. And that's what we're doing different, you don't, yeah. And again, even in that situation, it's not coming in with expectations, it's not coming in with assumptions, like, to it's finding a whole new balance of what that means for you, right? And then here's what's even more beautiful about this: what that means for me is not going to mean what that means for you. But because we're coming into union together, we're going to hold space to honor what that other one is bringing, because our core frequency is God frequency. And because our core frequency is God, oh, you have no problem expanding it out. And however it's going to look individual for each and every one of us. And anywhere we try to put ourselves in that, and hey, I am still doing it myself, and again, I've been seriously blessed with a human that is having patience, and is also, and here's the thing: whereas everywhere I don't feel worthy, because I keep saying having patience for unpacking my bag with him, whereas everywhere I don't see that we're both worthy to, like, really open this bag, and anywhere we feel all that kind of energy, that's what we're burning through together, because that energy was never for us, and now we get to be that energy to snap in and go, okay, now we got all that human stuff, we went through all those trials and tribulations, now what are you going to do with it now that you got it? Let me see what you can do. And I believe we're really, this is the switch from 3D to 5D, and I believe it's happening in this moment. I see it happening at this moment, being very conscious of the words you speak, and knowing that creates your universe, making sure that if there is a thought going around in your head, that you can verbalize it, and at least that person can understand the space you need to hold, but also hold you accountable for the stuff you have to heal on your own, which at times that's not
yes,
easy to do either.
yeah, this is beautiful. A lot of things. I love what you said in the end. You need to heal in your own by yourself. You just know. This reason I was so grateful that they helped me, and I was able to stay with myself. Sometimes I stay here hours and hours by myself, and I just work with myself. It even it's I don't know how even find the words to explain how beautiful it is. When you take the time with yourself, you don't feel the fear to be with yourself anymore. You don't feel the need that you need someone to make you feel anything. Feel pleasure, feel happiness, or feel joy. Or feel safe. You just I have myself. But I'm not by myself. They are with us 24/7. But it's the need to have someone else. But that's how is the ego need. The ego say you need to have someone in order to feel something. Someone is the one that's gonna give what you need, what you want. That's the ego talk. You know what I mean? So they say you believe in an ego. Say, yeah, I need someone. It's important. Sex for me is very important. I need someone to my life. Without someone in my life, I used to be like this in the past. I cannot be by myself. Was important for me to walk inside my door and stay by myself without talk to someone. Now I don't have this problem. and I can walk in my place, and I'll be, if my son is not here, I'm by myself. I do some things. If not, I'm going to meditate, I'm going to eat, sleep, take shower, whatever. But yeah, I'm not like that. I like to have someone in my life, but I'm not desperate like in the past now. That I constantly need someone with me because I was just want to have someone with me to fill up a void in my life. And then I'm so grateful that all these years I'm so connected with the spirit, with my gods and the angel, and I was able to work with so many things in my personal life, especially fear to be alone. It is, my friend, like she did as well. There's something, like I said before, I said again, for so many people say it's so hard for me to do. I tell people it's not hard for anyone to do, my friend. I always tell people if you feel that you think is hard, or if you think you feel it's impossible, just ask them for help. I need help over here. And I need some guides over here. I know that I need to work in this area, or guide me to someone. She went to many people in her past. I went to so many people in my past. They helped me a lot with so many different things in my life. So many beautiful earth angels. They came into my life, and they will send someone to help us, or will guide us to a place. But there's no reason to say it's impossible, it's too hard. I mean, avoid to say those things and ask for help. And help will come to you. And I mean, anyone can do this type of work, my friend. Your ego is the one that is gonna try to do everything that your ego can to make you believe this is impossible for you to do. And once again, they asked me to say this: do not push anything away. Embrace everything, all your traumas, all your whatever you call it, problems, all your patterns. Embrace everything. Say, I'm gonna work now. And one thing that I like to say for you guys, this is a suggestion. Choose the one that you have more resistance than any other any other area in the life. Like let me say, if you have a fear to be by yourself, you know what? I'm gonna pick this one. Or if I have I don't know how to forgive, I don't want to learn how to forgive. Choose that one as well. You always choose the one that you have more hard time to work, more resistance. Because that one is the one because if you push the one has the most lowest, highest frequency. So you have so many other things around here. When you work with the one, everything else, is going to receive this your energy. It's just things after that. When you work this one, and you're gonna continue to work with some others the same times, not only one, but the other is gonna come a little bit more easy. Say, oh, I don't feel too. I don't get mad so easily anymore like this before. Oh, how that happened? Oh, she used to make me angry sometimes when the teacher used to say to me, I don't feel that anymore. But like we talked before, we cannot push the things away. Say, I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with that. This, forget. I'm never going to forgive this person. When you do this, my friend, you are follow your ego guidance, not the spirit guidance. Once again, embrace everything. Embrace the whole thing.
Yeah,
It,
I call
that's
that
it, that's that's when they are showing me here. That's when you put all your stuff inside the blend, but you don't put the top. When you do the no, spill
it's
all over
so
the place.
so true. I call that
Go-
the it is so like here's one of these things again, right? Where you're sharing this message, right? And I'm like, oh, I so have gotten that message too. And I'm giggling because I'm like, yeah. And it is beautiful listening to how you explain it because I simplify. I am one because I'm neurodivergent. I simplify things. I feel like so many things are so overcomplicated. And so I simplify things, right? And what I would consider all of that would be the umbrella effect, right? Because it's not this, okay, I'm like, oh, so it's frustration. Okay, so now you know the umbrella is frustration, and now you know all of this that's going to be underneath. And then it's even like a jellyfish, like everything here with all these tentacles that sting so hard. You brought up jellyfish, that's funny. That sting and this and that, they're really all encumbered in this. And in truth, if you would just unscrew the top, then this whole source of light could come through and transmute everything all that is into what you actually desire it to be. But you have to do the work. You have to see the
yeah,
glitches. You have to see that.
Yeah,
And
this is beautiful.
that's beautiful,
This
and it just verifies everything. So
this
I
this
love it.
is this is beautiful. No, this was such a blessed conversation. Like I was talking to guys before. I don't have any questions in here. They need to, but we talk about so many things here before, guys. What I like to say, please, now maybe no you watch this video game, you save this video because so many things that she's playing today, and I mean the things that she went through, she going through, even myself as well. When you listen, what I'm trying to say, when you listen more than one time, some more new informations come to you. I have some videos from Michael Beckwith. You know him, Michael Beckwith, for the movie Secret. He has a beautiful place in Los Angeles for more than 40 years. I have a more than, I think, I don't like 30 videos, that are saved on my YouTube list. But I have one of these videos, I believe that I watched this video for more than 40 times. In the same video more than 40 times. And every time that I watch the same video, it's about 25 or 30 minutes message that is talk about something new comes to me. That's my favorite. I watch so many videos of him. I love him, but I have some other people as well that I have some videos that I like to watch. But I just give an example. Sometimes you watch this conversation today, and then you listen, blah blah blah. So, oh, cool. Oh, this resonates with me. Or when you feel or this doesn't resonate with me, it happened to me before. Then I go and I listen again because I felt, if I felt some resistance with or any judgment come to me to the whatever he or someone else that I'm listening saying, I said no, I need to listen again because I judge the message. I felt some resistance in the message, so I need to listen again. That's me personally, just giving a suggestion, but then you understand on this when you listen 2, 3, 4 times. Oh my God! She's. Oh, I don't remember she talking about this before when I watched it the first time. Oh, I don't remember now mentioned that before. Just keep that in mind, guys. And before we
And
finish,
can I jump in real quick? And also, anything in life that you feel like you're just looping around in, and when I say loop, like the thoughts, it's the same thoughts, and you're just looking at them from different scenarios, but it's the same thought, and you're not really getting any solution. Take your phone out, make a video. You don't have to post it anywhere. You can keep it in your phone. Talk about it. Hear yourself. Yesterday I was in an emotional wave, and I was showing, like, on Facebook Live, how thoughts come in, and how different things happen, and I was crying because I was feeling that feeling in that moment. And but then I was showing you also the process of what is, and then I come on today and it's off of Facebook. I don't know what happened to it. It disappeared. And it's just interesting to see, like, how we can really grow and expand, and a lot of times you don't need anyone else's voice other than your own. So I would really highly recommend that you take out your video and do it for yourself, just to replay it and listen to that, and then to add that with someone, and really see your own solutions you can find in your own stuff, because there's something very empowering about that. I'm complete with that.
yeah, thank you for adding something else, Jessica, because I like to say something. I remember now, this came to me to share for Rives. I'm going to share. I remember when I moved to this area here with my son's mother, and I received a message for her, and and then you know what I mean? Just she kind of snap on me, whatever it is. Oh, that's funny. Hey, don't hate the message. You know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know what I mean? But anyway, so
Unfortunately, we should have it like tattooed on us, because
yeah,
I swear that statement has been said more times than not. Go on.
I let it I let it go. But you came here. This is true story, guys, right? So her sister came in a with a different words. Now she gave the same message to her. I said, I just said something in my throat. And then after that, another one. Then after that, another one. Then after that, another one. So after me, four more people came in the same day with the same message for her. And then I had to say something. So do you think you need to this? Do you think the spirit need to ask someone else to give you the same message? And they said, "Oh God, I'm sorry." I said, "No, you don't need to apologize for me. I'm fine." But I'm gonna try to say the spirit uses sometimes people to give the same message. With they use different stories, different words. Like maybe this type of this conversation we have here today. Maybe you heard someplace else. The spirit doesn't talk only with me, Jessica, about something. It talk with so many different people. But I'm trying to say maybe the way we explain to you guys today, it can click on you. It happened with me before. It happened to me more. I mean, lots and lots and lots of times. I'm gonna share something. I remember now when
Real quick, though, real quick, because a lot of times the thing is our own resistance is what's making it to where we can't hear it. So the source has to give that message to so many people. That's why we talk about the piano landing on your head,
yeah,
because like, or the high five to the forehead. That's from God, because it's the same frequency in multiple humans. And I mean, yeah. So not cutting you off, but yeah, that's
no, that's fine. But like I said, it's so important. I remember though, before I moved this area, I used to walk with my son. He was a baby. I go to the park every morning. So I remember one morning, I grabbed my phone. My phone call. I was gonna record something to post, to Facebook, whatever, live. E then this vídeo from Abraham Hicks on top of my phone, just pop like that. So they, whoa, what is that? So then I click that, watch the video, listen what she was saying. All right, cool. So then the next day, I used to go every day, walk the park in the morning to him. So I went to walk again. So when I grabbed my phone, once again, the same video. I did save the video. I did not save the video. The same video. So, oh, what the hell is that? So then I watched the video. I listened again. I said, oh, cool. Then one more time, one more for five. This is true story for five. I don't know what's about the number five, but for 5 times
change.
the same video, 5 consecutive days, one after another. The same video. Then after that, oh, I got the message.
Sorry.
But this is true story. That's it.
I know.
I
That's what
grabbed
I
my,
call the
I
high
grabbed the
five to
phone.
the forehead. Because anytime you see five over and over and over and something happens in five, that's God saying, why are you resisting change? So
Yeah, but anyway, so yeah, but this is real. The spirit, like I said, they can talk with the. I remember. I don't remember what message was that I received. One day I was watching Abraham Hicks, right, and then she was talking about, hey, I talked about this before on my YouTube channel, my other YouTube channel. And then the spirit said, hello, I'm not talking only with you, man. But as Abraham Hicks now, talking with someone, and I talk exactly, oh my God. No, no, before, it's kind of cool. Before I thought the spirit was
true.
just only with me about something. No, no, no. But now the spirit can talk with so many different people, many different languages, and don't need because the message need to go out there. This is real. This is beautiful. But Jessica, I don't know if you'd like to say anything before we finish. If not, I have some quick questions in here to ask you. Just to you say whatever you'd like to say. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, I'm loving this. I think it's
Okay, okay,
unfolding exactly the
okay,
way it needs to. So go ahead.
okay. The first one, who is God? For you.
God is the ultimate source of love for me. It's an energy.
I love. If you could delete, take away for some people's memory, one word, which one would it be?
If I could take a word from people,
Yeah, for people's memory, which one would it be?
I can't.
Oh, I love. Oh my God, I love. I just love. The last one is if you have the power to change one thing, in this world right now, one single thing, what would it be?
Resistance.
Ah,
If I had a magic staff to go whack people on the head, it would be for resistance.
I love, I just love. Oh, I love my.
They didn't give me a magic stick to whack people on the head. So I am no Rafiki. As much as I would love to be Rafiki, I am not. On my stick, I can't whack you in the head. If I whack you in the head, I go to jail. I don't want to go to jail. So
I love. I want to ask you a favor, Jessica. Can you please, tell people how people can find, if you like to share your website, or if you have YouTube channel, TikTok, whatever, social media that you are connected. If you like to tell people how they can find,
how you can connect with me? Well, the way you can connect with me, if you feel the pull, you can find me on Facebook. I'm Keys to Ease on Facebook, LLC. I do have a YouTube. It's again Keys to Ease, LLC, and I do have a TikTok. I'm kind of coming back out. I had, you know, we come into this with different ideas. I knew that for me, there was a partnership that was really needed. There's something about expansion for a partnership. So I have videos. There's tons of videos that my previous partner and we put out. I think it's on Violet Pathways on YouTube. He's changed his name so many times I can't even tell you. But if you just put my name Jessica Rives into YouTube, I'm sure the videos will pop up. I do like those beginning videos because they were in the beginning and it was kind of like what you just saw with Nando and I. I feel the power of this conversation, always have, and to have this kind of back and forth between two people who again are just simply desiring to expand God frequency. It allows our fellow humans to also follow the connection points, so Andy Jimenez is his name, and he and we have a ton of videos out there that we've done together. Actually this week, this is the week of September 9th of 2024, I am reamping up the page and I'll be going live and more demonstrating. I had to go through a lot of not self stuff to understand I'm not here to prove or to anybody. So you'll be seeing more of like my demonstration stuff, and I really more so work with the practitioners, or like if you've kind of been in this for a little while. To be honest, if you're in the very beginning stage of this, you probably do not want to reach out to me because I just I'm not for the beginning. I'm for about the midpoint and on. So if there's
thank
any
you.
that, then here I am, and that's
Yeah.
all my
Well,
placement.
well, I appreciate, my friend. Thank you so much. Just stay there for a moment. I'm gonna finish it here. Just stay there for a moment. Thank you so much, Jessica, to take some time to talk with us today, to have this conversation with you within, and share your thoughts, your experiences about your life as well. I just want to say thank you everyone to connect with us today. Bless with everyone with the feelings abundance. And I'm sending lots of love, heat, energy for everyone. I love you all. Thank you for loving me. Bye bye. This was help, my friend.